Good evening and welcome to the Bedminster Township Committee. This is our regularly scheduled meeting for December 16, 2024. Recognize that we have full attendance of the Township Committee here in person with Committeeman Stevenson, Committeeman Hickey, Committeewoman Moreski, and Committeewoman Fernandez. Ms. Ray, may we please have the Open Public Meetings Act statement?
Yes, Mayor. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Committee was sent to the Courier News Somerville, Burnsville, New Whippany, and to all subscribers and posted at the Township Municipal Building on January 5th, 2024.
Great, thank you. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible. You know, those last meetings at the end of the year, quick. Okay. This is the opportunity for tonight's meeting. Anyone wishing to make a public comment, come. Well, no one, anyone participating remote?
We have no one remote.
No one participating by remote. So anyone who's here in person? No? No?
Sorry.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Thank you. Approval of minutes. We have two sets of meeting minutes to approve. December 2nd Township Committee and the December 2nd executive session. Any comments or questions regarding the minutes? Seeing none, take a motion to approve. So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We have two items under permits and raffles. One is casino night to benefit the Basilone Memorial Foundation on February 7, 2025 from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. located at Trump National Golf Club. And the second is an off-premise 50-50 raffle to benefit HSA Immaculate Conception School on March 15, 2025 at 10:30 at Fiddler's Elbow. Questions or comments? Seeing none, take a motion to approve those two, the raffle and the casino night. So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Yay. Committeewoman Fernandez,
Mayor.
would you like to start off with subcommittees?
Thank you, Mayor. I have no updates this week. So
Okay. Committeewoman Moreski.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I just have a quick announcement of what the plaque for our Salem oak tree that is already up over the Jacobus Vanderveer house. I'm having such trouble saying that. So the plaque will read, gifted by the state of New Jersey to Bedminster Township, planted by the Bedminster Township Environmental Commission at this historic site on June 1st, 2024, dedicated to the men and women who serve to protect our freedom. And the Environmental Commission is putting that plaque up. They are ordering that, and we hope to have that sometime early next year, and it will go on the rock that's sitting outside just on the edge of that tree. And that's all
How about JVH?
I don't have anything. We don't have a meeting. Oh, the tree lighting. Sorry, that's already last year. So we have a tree lighting on, what was it, what date was that?
7th.
The 7th, this first Saturday, the last day of farmer's market. I didn't get there till a little later, but it was very well attended. There were tons of kids upstairs decorating the gingerbread cookies. There were lots of people who hadn't seen the house before. They were doing some tours. Santa apparently was delivered by the fire department again this year with an elf at his side. And they were taking pictures, and there was always somebody willing or waiting to sit on Santa's lap to get a picture taken. There was hot chocolate, and there was hot pretzels. They had a lady showing people how to do lace making, and everybody was having a good time. And then the mayor came, said a few words, Said thank you to all of the trustees of JBH who do such a great job all year. And kids yelled out, 1, 2, 3, light that tree. It lit up, it was beautiful. And it was a little chilly outside, so pretty much after the tree lit up, everybody took off. But everybody had a good time and we can't wait till next year.
Yeah, well done. So Renee, please once again thank everyone at JBH who helped to organize that, and great attendance. And you're right, tree lit up. We're going. Committeeman Hickey.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, all. Just 2 quick updates. Board of Health, they had a special meeting to discuss the contract with the Somerset County Health Department to continue to provide health and professional services for Bedminster. It's a renewal of a 5-year agreement, and after some back and forth between the county and the Board of Health over a few outstanding issues, the contract has been approved. IT, Administrator Ray, Director Perez, and I sat down last week to discuss our IT strategic plan and our investment priorities as input to the budget process, which will be coming up quick. We actually moved a number of things around up in the queue, and I think that will result in a more stable and secure IT infrastructure. Our goal, as always, is to make sure the business of the township is running and is available for our residents at all times. So that's what we want to make sure happens. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you. Committeeman Stevens.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. Again, historic press, new meeting for December, so we'll get back after it, hopefully in January. Jason and his crew have been working on decorating EC Town Hall, the Jacobus Vanderbilt House, Farmers Market, so thank you for that. Making everything look nice and festive. Continuing to work on street light outages in the hills. And also there's been some signage. The last time we had the folks from Old Dutch here, we have installed the temporary speed sign there. I don't know if it's operational. It was last time I went by, it wasn't. So we'll get some data on that. Obviously, they're still working on getting roads ready for the weather, grading the dirt roads, added some stone to Old Farm Road recently, and just basically getting everything ready for Old Man Winter. So thanks, Jason, and thanks to your crew. That's all I've got.
Great. Jason, so where exactly did they install the traffic? Well, I guess the speed. Speed sign.
Times.
Right.
It's on the down slope. It's at the last house on the road, not at
It's after the
Deer Haven.
Haven intersection, if you will.
Oh, it's after the Deer Haven intersection?
Down the hill.
So it's closer by the
Facing as you're facing up, facing uphill. As you're coming down the hill, it's all the way down.
okay.
It's good.
Okay. All right. So run that for a couple weeks and then reconvene with the chief and the engineer and residents and see what the information.
We five down there over the weekend, and the guy behind me was like insane. Oh, it's like, yeah.
the first place we were gonna put it would have been taken down by the tree.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, when I'll just go for my subcommittee land use board. Nothing going on with no applications coming down the pike, at least not yet. Ag advisory. This last week, the deed for the conservation of the Dillon property was recorded. It had already been executed. The attorney for Nancy Dillon wanted to wait until the 45-day period was up, so that's now in place. So the restriction is now all legal and tied up and good to go. Farmers market. So as Renee mentioned, December 7th was the last farmers market. Tremendous season. So on average, throughout the Memorial Day weekend through the first Saturday in December, we averaged 200 more patrons than in last year. And last year was a bump up from the prior year. So that's really just incredible. So just great success. And once again, great to see everyone from Bedminster and the surrounding areas supporting and showing up and, enjoying themselves at River Road Park. It's great to see. So while this is not a subcommittee, I'm going to go into what's been topic for a month now. So this afternoon, we had a briefing that was put together by the White House Office of Intergovernmental Affairs. Didn't know there was an Intergovernmental Affairs Office at the White House, but there was. And it was coordinated with representatives from FAA, from Homeland Security, FBI. I think that was, let me just check if there was any other federal agencies. There were some multiple folks from FAA, multiple folks from DHS, and FBI. So from the FBI, they're saying that nearly all the reports are either manned aircraft, fixed wing and helicopters, hobbyists. So some drones out there, just hobby drones, and that there's no evidence of any foreign drones. Of reports coming in, not one report was found to be credible evidence of spying or foreign drones or anything else. They believe that the concerns related to truly unidentified aircraft activity is much less than what is being reported. Reiterated multiple times, there is no foreign threat. The FBI is trying to send out the message for the hobbyists who are maybe sending their own drones to go find the other drones that we're seeing that aren't drones. So they want the hobbyists to stop flying at night to check out the other drones. And they repeated multiple times that there's 1 million drones registered to operate in the United States, and it's not illegal to fly drones. It's not illegal to fly drones at night. And as I think I've been saying to a lot of some folks, it's not illegal to fly lots of drones at night, every night, for weeks on end. So that was some of the reports. FBI said that they're coordinated with DHS to send visual observing teams out to New Jersey to check things out. They also said that they were sending some detection equipment to coordinate with the state police to check out reports as well. And they talked about the report starting sometime around November 18th or so. Now, talking to Colin, and I said, remember when we had our emergency management meeting? That was November 11th. That was Veterans Day. Mm-hmm. And a couple reps from the fire department came in and said, this is November 11th. The drones are up above the firehouse again. Yeah, they've been out there. They've been out there since the election.
Yeah.
So that was right. And I think at the time that was had been going on for maybe not quite a week, about 4 or 5 days. So that's early November. So that's about 2 weeks, a week and a half before that November 18th, where the FBI said it really started kicking in. And our fire department works with North Star So they know what helicopters look like, they know what helicopters approaching look like. And like much of our Bedminster residents give this statement to the Burnsville News. We are on the flight path for Newark, Teterboro, Morristown. We are host to Somerset Airport. And we're within a few short miles of Salisbury Airport in Readington. Somerset Airport is home to the State Police North Star operation. So I would say that Bedminster residents know what our night sky looks like. And what our residents are seeing in the night sky since early November is not what they've normally seen. So whether it's the videos or the photos on Facebook showing what appears to be a drone by Hills Drive, over here at the municipal complex, down by Trump, or anywhere else, we are still getting what I would say is an inconsistent messaging from the governor's office, from the state police, Coast Guard, Picatinny, Joint Base McGuire-Dix or Dix-McGuire, and what we heard, or what I heard today from the federal government. So what we're being told is there's no threat. Most of the reports can be explained. And that's all I got for it.
So basically, don't look up.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Sure.
that's all I got. That's what I got. That's great. Will you please have the administrator's report?
Yes, Mayor. Trying to understand why our view has changed today. Looks like we made another change. Okay, very quickly, we submitted the scope of work for the Pluckman Project Park to the Highlands Planning Grant. If you recall the last meeting, there's some extra money left over from another grant, so we've asked to reallocate funds. Still waiting to hear back from the Highlands. We have finalized plans with we met with the school back on December 9th, updated the memorandum of agreement for the student school resource officer that the school is planning on putting in place. So that's all set, just waiting for the school board approval on that. Somerset Hills Public Safety Committee meeting was on December 10th. Mayor, I'm sure you'll speak to that. The next meeting is January 23rd. Committeeman Hickey already spoke to the IT strategic plan, which will drive our budget for 2025. And I've been working on budget prep and a couple grant applications at the same time. So it's busy time. Don't forget our employee holiday party is on Thursday, and the reorganization meeting is on Thursday, January 2nd, and checks are due by this Friday.
Great.
The public has been invited. Invitations on our website.
Thank you, Robin. And you're also going to give the chief's community policing update?
I am, but all of a sudden I can't find his report, but I do recall a couple of the items. Number one, the police department is putting on Movie with a Cop during the school break at the Clarence Dillon Library, Friday, December 27th from 12 to 3 p.m., which is absolutely adorable. And I think this movie with an elk sounds pretty fun. All the ALPRs that have been installed, all 5 in Bedminster Township, are all up and running as of last Wednesday. So we're in good shape and things are busy. And the school resource officer was the other. What's left is to work out the duty details with the principal and the police department.
Great. Great. Thank you. We have no ordinances to introduce or to hold public hearings. We have 3 items on the consent agenda. These are items of a routine nature. Any township committee member can pull one or any of them or all of them off for individual consideration. Being none, take a motion to approve the consent agenda. So moved.
Second.
All in favor? I'm sorry, roll call vote, please. Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Hickey?
Aye.
Ms. Morosky?
Aye.
Ms. Fernandez?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacob?
Aye.
Thank you.
We have two resolutions for individual consideration. The first is Resolution 2024-161. This resolution authorizes a professional service agreement between Township of Bedminster and Phoenix Consulting Group for Chief Finance Officer Services. Ms. Ray.
Yes, Mayor, just a little bit about this. This actually authorizes a professional services agreement with Phoenix Consulting Group. We have done our research. Actually, I should back up and say our CFO is retiring. And in the interim, we've decided to go forward with a consultant, an interim third party to assist us through the end of year financial statement reporting and beginning of next year through the audit. And after going through and communicating with 4 different firms, we've decided that Phoenix is a good fit for us and with the interim basis.
So Resolution 161 authorizes the services agreement, and then Resolution 2024-165 actually appoints, since the CFO is an appointed position. If we approve 161 upon execution, we will also be appointing Phoenix to serve the firm to serve as our temporary CFO,
Right.
which we can do up to 1 year.
Up to 1 year. That's similar to what we've done for the QPA and other statutory positions.
Okay, so let's take the resolutions one at a time. First resolution 161, authorizing the agreement between Bedminster and Phoenix Consulting. I'll take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote, please. Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Hickey? Ms. Morosky?
Aye.
And Ms. Fernandez?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacob?
Aye.
Thank you.
And next is resolution 165, which will appoint Phoenix as the temporary CFO for a 1-year term. Take a motion to approve. So
Just a quick question. 165 in the binders doesn't match.
Not the same.
no, you're right.
I don't know. I've had some binders together, but it should be in there.
It's in there.
One-
It-
It's 166.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
166, the next.
So it's 166 there, 165. Yep.
So it says 165 on the agenda and it says 166 in your book.
Correct.
Yeah,
Huh,
I'll move resolution 2024-166.
thank you. All right.
And
And 165 isn't on the agenda.
65,
Should be the consent agenda. That's 163.
that's 163.
Yeah.
Right, so under regular resolutions, item number 13 on the agenda, B should be, instead of 2024-165, it should say 2024-166. And the resolution is identified properly actually on the resolution of 166.
Correct,
It's
correct.
represented on the agenda.
Yeah, it's just the agenda's off. Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
So we'll take a motion to approve resolution 2024-166.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please. Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Hickey? Ms. Morosky?
Aye.
Ms. Fernandez?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs?
Aye.
Thank you.
And take a motion to approve the bill list pending review of individual invoices.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote again, please. Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Hickey?
Aye.
Ms. Morosky?
Aye.
Ms. Fernandez?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs?
Aye.
Thank you.
So we've covered drones, which I don't even know if it's new business anymore. Old business, utilities.
Now, I do have an update on JCP&L, as always. I spoke last time about smart meter installations beginning in the hills, and those are continuing. One item to note is that certain exterior conditions may be present that prevent a smart meter from being installed. And in condos and townhouses, the onus is on the association, not the individual homeowner, to make those corrections. So for example, if the meter base, which is the metal box in which the meter is mounted, if that's loose or separating from the exterior structure, that situation needs to be corrected before the meter can be installed. That needs to be done by a licensed electrician, and as exterior structure, it is a responsibility of the HOA. I'm working with one of the associations right now where they have about 15 instances where this is the case throughout their neighborhoods. I brought this to JCP&L's attention. They understand the problem. They are working with us. In this case, they asked for the individual unit addresses because they didn't want the individual customers to start receiving notices that they haven't complied and they would ultimately be fined or billed for not having a smart meter. So
From JCP&L.
from JCP&L, they're given a 40-day window in which to either say, I'm okay, or to say, no, I don't want a smart meter. But if they can't be installed, they start to get notices. We sent a list over to JCP&L today. They will make sure those individual residents do not receive those notices temporarily. The HOA is meanwhile dutifully working to correct the situation so the meters can be installed. I go through all this because if it happened in one neighborhood, it's going to happen in all the neighborhoods. Ms. O'Brien, I know you're on your HOA. This is probably going to wind up at your desk. I know Jeff Leonard usually watches on the video. Jeff, you're going to see this as well. So just to be aware for the associations, they're going to encounter this issue. They need to make the corrections necessary so the meters can be installed.
So is there someone going from box to box checking to see if it's loose?
As the subcontractor goes out there, I think it's Wellington, they will identify those places where it cannot be installed. There's a loose socket, the meter is separating from the building. They'll make a note of it.
Okay.
They'll notify the association, but the association having to make the corrections. The problem is the bill is in the individual homeowner's name. So if they start sending bills to the homeowner saying, hey, we couldn't install this, you're going to be billed for an old style meter, the homeowner can't correct that. So that's why we're trying to go through this process and making sure the HOA takes care of it.
And how many associations are they going through this tranche of?
They are going to go through every association in the hills.
Everyone.
Everyone is going to be 19, and then and they're going to come out to Western Bedminster as well for the single family homes. So everybody's going to have this issue. Single family home, obviously, or fee simple, you're responsible for the exterior, but condos and townhouses, it's the HOA. So just no wrinkle in what's going on. And that's all I have on JCP&L. And I don't know, Jason, do you have anything else on utilities?
You mentioned about the tree going down?
Took a long time to clean that up.
So that was on Old Dutch.
Yes.
And
Over 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
was,
out there cleaning up.
were you impacted?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
9 o'clock.
So it took that Old Dutch and Deer Haven,
Yeah.
Stone House as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were about 50 customers impacted. Apparently that night, they had a lot of customers out throughout the area that's served by the field office that serves all of us. And because it was only 50 customers and not 100 or 1,000, we were low on the priority queue. I called up immediately in the morning to JCP&L, escalated it. It got to the field services group. It was escalated again. They finally got out there between 5 and 6 o'clock at night, and I think they got the power back on at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, so it went out like maybe 8:30 the night before, and then the following, it was over 24 hours, and the following like 3 a.m. And I think that crews were from out of state.
They hired external contractors because they had so many instances of people being out. They had to start hiring people. So we were the first ticket to go out with the external contractors because they were overwhelmed.
What was the
Tree came down.
I don't understand, but I'm just trying to think of
It exploded too, like everyone.
what was going on that they had to bring in out-of-state
Because
contractors
they had so many outages across the area.
due to what?
Just because it was the weather, I think it was the rain, and then you had some wind, and it just took down a bunch of lines.
It was Friday,
It was
whatever.
Wednesday, or Thursday of last year.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not making it up. I'm telling you, I was on the phone about for the entire time.
That's cool.
It was, and that's right. I got heard from somebody who had a 3-day,
Right.
Yeah. And then there was other outs on top of that were another 8 customers who were already impacted, went out again, got them back out there. That one was more quickly resolved.
Yeah.
Yes. I also, by the way, just to close that out, some of the neighbors had mentioned to me that they had reported that tree sometime in the past, 2 years ago. I asked the forestry group from JCP&L to go out there, do an inspection of that whole area, see if there's other trees, because obviously it's steep slopes. So just, I want them to go and do an inspection, figure out what else needs to be taken down if it's going to impact those lines. And they agreed to do that.
Steep slope, you have a short distance from the road and the curb.
Yep. A little rain, a little wind, and that tree, I guess, was on its last legs to begin with. So
Got a good place to put the chips.
There you go.
I went to the Winchester Yard.
That's what I mean. Exactly.
Right there.
Park Park housing.
No tango, nada.
Okay. All right, we'll move.
Lining this up.
Somerset Hill Public Safety Committee, as Robin mentioned, we had a call last week. And as you can imagine, once again, this is a committee that I formed with mayors of Bridgewater and the police chiefs of Bridgewater, Bernards Township, Bernardsville, Far Hills, Peapack and Gladstone, and first 45 minutes, we were talking about drones. And our residents' concerns, our concerns, the individual observations by the different mayors of what I think we were just told today are probably not unidentified drones. But moving from drones, we actually discussed drones. And one of the drones that we were discussing that was not the unidentified drones is the opportunity to work with these companies who provide drones. I think I mentioned this at a prior meeting for first responders, police, fire, first aid. In Bridgewater, they had a meeting with or actually a presentation from a company that provides the drones and drone services and the software, so that if a call comes in, right, to dispatch, the drone can identify, or the technology can identify the coordinates from the phone call that called it in. So, for example, there's an accident, there's someone injured, there's incident of something that involves police activity.
Does it like fly a paramedic to you, or is it just like video? Like, what are we getting here?
You could be getting video. You're seeing getting eyes on the ground. So if there's an accident on 287 or 78 or Washington Valley Road, you may be able to get eyes on the ground sooner than you can with a first responder. So, right, it doesn't need a road network. It's going to get there directly. And they even discussed that if there was someone injured, bee sting, goes into some sort of shock deep in the woods, these deliver an EpiPen. It's crazy. The technology is absolutely nuts. So Bridgewater was definitely interested in it. So Mayor Mensch gave a presentation to us, and then we requested perhaps that we could do a video conference with this company to see, if they could serve multiple towns subject to multiple jurisdictions, and see if that's a possibility that perhaps the 6 towns could work together to this way to cover the entire northern section of the county and certainly the Somerset Hills. So that's we're going to talk a little bit further about that. And it was interesting. After this was last week, I got a call from a representative from the New Jersey League of Municipalities, and they were intrigued about what we've done up here with the Somerset Hills Public Safety Committee. And we actually got one of the senior legislative directors at the League of Municipality asking if he could sit in on our next Somerset Hills Public Safety Committee meeting. And it looks like we have consensus from the other mayors to allow the league to attend. So Robin, I'll get you it was Paul Penna's information, so we can include him on that. And then one of the other things we talked about at the Public Safety Committee meeting was the APLRs and the efficacy and the real live benefit that they provide to the police, including some recent incidents where there's been break-ins, and these license plate readers have been critical to identifying persons of interest, certainly vehicles of interest. So that was a very interesting presentation to see how this works and how it's widely accepted by the local police. And that's what I have for my Public Safety Committee update. Robin, do you have anything I missed?
No.
Okay. Township Committee comments. We do have an executive session. We will not be taking any formal action after the executive session. So we'll go through Township Committee comments. We'll adjourn to executive session. You're more than welcome to stay. But we're not going to be taking any, we won't be taking any formal action after the executive session. So we'll run through Township Committee comments, and we're going to start with Committee Woman Fernandez. Let's go.
Well, thank you, Mayor, for at least, addressing the drone situation, and it's a big concern for our town and people in New Jersey in general. So, thank you for the information that you were able to relay. And I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. That's it.
Thank you. Committee Woman Moreski.
Mayor, thank you for all your work on the drones, and I gotta say, I don't believe any of it.
Have you seen that?
Oh, my.
Julia?
My daughter-in-law had one over the house.
Yeah.
It was big enough that it rattled.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that's not, she knows what helicopter is.
Mhm.
Well, unless they can tell me who's flying it or who's tail numbers on these things. We don't know what they are, but I'm glad that they're still working on it. And just a quick thank you to the Farmers Market Committee, especially Neil, and DPW led by Jason for that weekend with the last day of Farmers Market in JVH. It was so much fun with Santa and the big throne and everybody taking pictures. And it was a great weekend, and we couldn't do it without you guys. And happy holidays to everybody, whatever holiday you celebrate, and happy New Year if we don't talk to you, and maybe we'll see you at the reorg meeting. And that's all I got.
Benjamin Hickey.
Rest assured, Mayor, they have top men working on the drone situation.
Top men.
Raiders of the Lost Ark
Yes.
reference. I just want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, happy holidays. Please come to the reorg meeting if you can. It's always a good time. And the mayor, you'll be giving another PowerPoint presentation of a recap of 2024, correct?
PowerPoint. Let's promote a video production.
Video, okay, well, I mean,
If you have a drone flying.
We got some surprises like that.
It's definitely gonna be.
And that's cool. That sounds enticing.
See, you say, you know what, you might be able to come this year. I don't know.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to say a happy holiday to everybody. Take time, get with your loved ones, and take your time and reflect on the year and gear up for the next year, because I'm sure it's going to be a doozy.
To enjoy your holidays. As far as the drones go,
We're all in the dark, but I have a hard time believing that it's North Korea, China, Iran, or anybody nefarious. I do believe it's the good guys. Why are they there? That I do not know. But I do believe it's the good guys, so to speak. But it certainly would be nice to get a message other than don't believe what you see, because it's not that, because that's just not getting it done. But I don't believe that it's anything nefarious, but that's just what I thought I'd wrong, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. We'll see. Happy holidays, and hopefully you're all.
yeah, well, yes, there's been many theories that I've been bombarded with, and I'm sure some of you all have seen those as well. So last week, I was getting together with some of my neighbors, and we do this every year. I go to Delicious Heights, and I turn around and there are about 8 or 9 folks who just showed up from the Bedminster School Board meeting. And mentioned this was the last school board meeting of the year. And so I want to give a shout out to School Board President Susie Stevenson and School Board President Jeff Reeves, both of whom have served school board for years. Both have served as president of the school board. And it's, so I just want to say thank you to those guys for their service. And also a recognition to the school board, because they've done what many boards haven't the gumption to do, which is the school board had been at 9. And they've actually reduced the school board to 7 representatives. Now, unlike other towns where we've seen fighting and just a lot of bombast associated with some of the school board elections and school board issues, we haven't had that in Bedminster. In fact, we've had folks who won writing campaigns with 2 votes, 2 writing votes. Yeah. So it's good to see that they reduce the numbers to 7 so that we can actually get folks who are interested in participating in the school board, put them in place, and not just have open seats just for the heck of it. So tremendous recognition to Susie and Jeff. So please pass that on, Doug.
I will, thank you.
And I think we're all done with drone comments for the night. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will have one last TC meeting where we'll do some end of year bill paying. And with that, at 7:43, I'll take a motion to go to executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And thank you all. Okay, it is 8:27. Township Committee has returned from our executive session. We are taking no further action for tonight. So 8:27, take a motion to adjourn and to say Merry Christmas. Who's going to second that? Well, I need a motion for, I assume the
So
motion in a
moved.
second. Second.
I'll second with happy holiday.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Everybody, good night. Oh,